It's day 2 of the Social Welfare Department's disbursement of educational assistance. Now, with new protocols in place, distribution proves to be more peaceful compared to last week's fiasco. Let's get the latest on the ground. We have JC Cosico is reporting to us live from the DSWD Crisis Intervention Unit Office in Sampaloc, Manila. JC, good afternoon.
Riza, payouts continue in this field office in Manila, and just like what you said, it's much better compared to last week's fiasco as no walk-ins are allowed. They are required to register online and wait for a text confirmation before proceeding to the payout center. Now, in this field office, around or over 2,000 beneficiaries are expected to receive their cash aid today, but nationwide, around 90,000 are expected to receive their educational ayuda in over 200 payout centers nationwide. Riza.
JC, so far the instruction for the distribution is that no appointment, no entry. But how about for those beneficiaries that have no access perhaps to internet connection or they don't have gadgets? How can they actually set up appointments moving forward to be able to receive the cash aid?
The DSWD said that they will still be accommodated, but currently guidelines are still being fine-tuned. This guideline asks these individuals with no gadgets or internets are expected to be out this week. If the latest will be next week. Riza.
Now, with so many beneficiaries still lining up to receive their education assistance, are health protocols still being followed, JC?
Riza, actually in this field office in Manila, it's very hard to implement, such as the physical distancing, as the space is quite limited for beneficiaries. But the DSWD continues to remind the public and their field officers to adhere to minimum health protocols as the threat of COVID-19 still remains. Riza.
Thank you for that update. That was JC Cosico reporting live from Sampaloc, Manila. Meanwhile, for one lawyers group, Justice Secretary Crispin Remulla's statement on extrajudicial killings is a recognition of the atrocities that happened during the war on drugs. In an interview with the Chiefs Center for International Law Philippines, attorney Gilbert Andres said that Remulla's statement saying some law enforcers are willing to be witnesses in EJK cases is a positive development in finally recognizing that EJKs occurred. He added that this move may be the catalyst to a working justice system.
Although it doesn't say EJK is during which administration, but we know it's during the Duterte administration. So it's really significant. And the fact that the Justice Secretary no less stated that there are officers, there are policemen who are willing to testify means to say that they're doing in some sense, a case build up on this EJ case.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. to watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. 2 people are still unaccounted for from the fire that hit a Ro-Ro vessel in Batangas yesterday, and authorities are still continuing their search and rescue operations. Let's get the latest. We have Mon Gualvez reporting to us live from Batangas. Mon, can you give us the latest situation?
Yes, Riza, search and rescue operations continue here for MV Asia Philippines, the Ro-Ro vessel that caught fire near the Anchorage area here in Batangas yesterday. Personnel from the Philippine Coast Guard, Bureau of Fire Protection, and Philippine National Police went on board the burnt-up Ro-Ro to inspect it. Authorities are still looking for 2 passengers reported to be missing, but all 16 rolling cargos are intact. The joint team is just hoping that these missing people were actually already rescued but have went home before documentation started, or that their names have been repeated on the list. Per PCG's initial data, the vessel has 34 crew members and 48 passengers when it took off port from Calapan to Batangas Port 3 p.m. yesterday. Batangas Coast Guard Station received a distress call from MV Asia Philippines around 6 in the evening, and they immediately responded. The fire was controlled around 10 p.m. and was towed to the Anchorage area very carefully because the Ro-Ro also contains around 16,000 liters of automotive diesel oil. Riza, the initial assessment of the Philippine Coast Guard or PCG shows that 90% of the third deck and 80% of the second deck of the said Ro-Ro vessel have been ravaged by the fire. However, the cause is still under investigation. Riza?
Thank you for that update. That was Mon Gualvez reporting live from Batangas. Motorcycle taxi hailing app Angkas will not be collecting commissions from riders on National Heroes Day. The ride-hailing app made the announcement via a social media post. Now, this means that 100% of fares will be going straight to the riders. Calling their riders heroes in their own right, Angkas said this is their way to show gratitude for how they fought to professionalize the motorcycle taxi industry. Vegan chocolate lovers now have a new way to take a break as Nestle launches Kit Kat V. But how does this compare to the classic Kit Kat? The answer is in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
Nestle is taking the milk out of Kit Kats. The confectionery giant is rolling out a new vegan bar across 15 countries in Europe, and it's calling it Kit Kat V. It uses a rice formula to replace milk. The move is tapping into the growing trend for vegan chocolate. Currently, the market globally for vegan chocolate is valued at around $530 million, and that's expected to more than double to $1.4 billion in the next 10 years. But does the new Kit Kat V taste anything like the original? We thought we'd find out with a blind taste test. To me, that tastes slightly darker chocolate than the milk I'm used to. I think this is the vegan one. Going for this one on my left. Tastes good. Has the same kind of crunch. I think this is the classic Kit Kat. This is the one we all know.
You're right.
Yeah?
Correct.
Great. Okay, we might as well do a snap test as well. So, here's the original. Okay, nice. Light, easy to snap. Let's go for this one, the vegan one. About the same, I would say. Maybe a little bit longer to snap with that one. Nestle has spent 2 years perfecting this product, and they'll be hoping it has exactly the right taste for today's consumer. But the next time you take a break, will it be vegan?
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 1:13 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.